Hi guys, this is Additional Mathematics Form 4, Textbook Chapter 5 Progression Mastery Practice. My name is Terry. I'm going to go through this practice video. Again, like, subscribe and comment. And let's go straight to this question number 1. Okay, so here we are supposed to find the common difference given that these are the three consecutive terms of an arithmetic progression. So to find a common difference, I will take the second term minus the first term. Now my first term is negative 2x minus 1, and this result equals to the third term minus the second term, because in order for it to be arithmetic, right, the difference between the two consecutive terms must be a constant. T2 minus T1 must equals T3 minus T2. Now here 3 minus 2x is going to give us 5x, 2 minus 1 is going to give us 3, and we can write 9 minus 3x is 9x minus 3x is just 6x, 3 minus 2 is just 1. Okay, to solve for x, I just bring this over, x is just 2. But we haven't answered the question yet, because the question wants us to find the common difference. Now I know a lot of people sub inside here and then go and find the first term, second term and subtract. No, you don't have to do that, because we already know that when you take T2 minus T1, this value here is actually your common difference. So to find your common difference, I put 2 inside 5x plus 3. Now you can even put 2 inside here, 6x plus 1 is the same. It is going to give us 13, right? Now then find the first term. It's 3x plus 2 is the third term. So I know the third term is 3 times 2 plus 2, which is 8, right? So remember, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1d. So T3 is now a, which I do not know what is the value. You're finding the first term. N minus 1 is 2. Common difference d is 13. The result is 8. So we take 8 minus 26. 3 times 13 is 26. 8 minus 26, a is negative 18. Alright, that is question number 1. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Now, the ninth term of an arithmetic progression is 21 plus 3p. Okay, the sum of the first three terms is 9p. We're supposed to find a common difference. The thing that makes it difficult is because you're given answer in terms of p, right? You're not given in numerical form. Yeah. So T9, as we know, is a plus n minus 1, 8d equals 21 plus 3p. Now I can't solve this, so I think we'll just leave it out first. Okay, call this equation 1. Now for S3, we use n over 2. Remember, let me write down for you. Tn is a plus n minus 1d. Sn is n over 2, bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. So I'm going to use the formula for Sn here, 3 over 2, 2a, n minus 1 is 2, times d. The result is 9p. Now for me, since I can cancel the 2 here, I'm going to cancel all by 2. But maybe I use a different color pen, cancel. Yeah, divide by 2. As for the 3, right, I'm going to bring over to the other side, as in divide over here. 9p divided by 3 is going to be 3p. So you're left with a plus d equals to 3p. And in this case, we can take equation 1 minus equation 2. Now if you can't see it, maybe I just write it down here. Equation 2. Very simple, 1 minus 2, a and a cancel out, 8d minus 1d is 7d, 3p minus 3p cancel out, left with 21. My common difference d is just 3. Okay? Yeah. Alright, let's move on to question number 3. Diagram shows 3 cylinders such that the volume of each cylinder is arranged according to arithmetic progression. Sum the volume of the first and the third. Now, sum of the volume of the first and third. Now we cannot use Sm, we'll use T1 plus T3 is 24. The volume of the fifth cylinder is 36. So because it's arithmetic, we will use a formula for arithmetic, which is what? This one will be a plus n minus 1 is 2d equals to 24. Remember, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1d. If your n is 3, n minus 1 is 2. So we can put this together. 2a plus 2d equals to 24. Maybe we can simplify this, divide everybody by 2. 24 divided by 2 is 12. I'm just going to leave this as equation 1. Now, d5 is a plus. If your n is 5, 5 minus 1 is 4d equals to 36, equation number 2. When you take equation 2, you minus equation 1. You can see, maybe I write down here if you can't see it. 2 minus 1, what happened? 4d minus 1d is 3d. 36 divided by 12 is 24. d is just 8. So when you sub inside equation, say number 1, a plus 8 is 12, a is just 4. So the volume of the smaller cylinder is just 4 cm cubed. Yeah, you don't even have to write the unit. B, calculate the sum of volume for the first 9 cylinders. This is simple. We just use S9. Yeah, remember, Sn equals to n over 2 2a plus n minus 1d. This is the formula to find sum of the first n term of an arithmetic progression. So it's n over 2, 2a, a is 4, n minus 1 is 8, d is 8, 8 times 8, 64, 64 plus 8, 72, 72 divided 2, 36, 36 times 9, 324 cm cubed. Okay, I hope this is not too difficult. Right? Okay, question number 4. Now let's move on to geometric. Yeah, we've done arithmetic, this is the geometric part. The third term of a geometric progression, T3, is 30. The sum of the third term and the fourth term, that means T3 plus T4 is now 45. Right? Find the first term and a common ratio. Now remember, Tn for geometric progression is AR n minus 1. So the first one will be AR. Your n is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. This will be my equation number 1. Now, I know a lot of people tend to sub the formula inside. Again, if this is 30, right, maybe we can just put 30 inside. I know my T3 is 30. Just sub inside here. And take 45 minus 30, we get 15. T4 is just AR n minus 1, which is 3. This is 15. Now, for arithmetic, normally we just plus and minus to get rid of one of the unknown. For geometric, right, we normally times or divide. By taking equation 2, divide equation 1. See, equation 2 is AR3. Equation 1 is AR square. Equation 2, the value here is 15. Equation 1, you got 30 here. We can cancel the A, right? In fact, we can cancel the R as well. R cubed divided by R square, you get a single R. 15 divided 30. Well, your R is just half. So when you sub this inside, say equation 1, a times half square is now 30. Half square is 1 over 4. 4 you times over 30 times 4. A is 120. So I got my first term and I got my common ratio. Okay, next we want to find the sum to infinity. Now we know sum to infinity is given by a divided by 1 minus r. My first term is 120. My common ratio is half, so it's 120 divided by half, 240. Okay. Okay, the next question is very interesting. Yeah, related to keeping chairs in the storeroom. Right. So now, as you can see, we stack the chair up this way. The height of each chair is 80 cm. So just imagine the first chair is from the top. I'm counting from the top. The first chair, the height is 80. Now, actually it looks like this. Sorry, my drawing is very ugly. Okay, so when you stack up the chair, it will increase the height by 2. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to draw this. Looks very ugly. I'm just going to draw this at 2 cm. Get the point? Right. Now, if I add one more chair, I'm going to add another 2 cm. If I add one more chair, it's going to be another 2 cm. So we are going to add all the way until it has a maximum height that you can store is 3 meters. Now be careful, this is not Sn, this is actually Tn. You see, this is T2. Sorry, I wrote T4, T2. T2 means I can store up to 2 chairs here. T3 is up to here, right? I can store up to 3 chairs. If you can store up to all the way until the end here, this is the end, and this is the maximum height, which is 3 meter. Now 3 meter in cm is just 300 cm. Yeah, so you got to be careful. You think this way. I don't want you to straight away write Sn equals to 300 and you couldn't get the answer, right? So for part A, what's the maximum number of chairs can be arranged? So we say that my Tn is now 300. By the way, my A is 80. My common difference is 4 cm. Did I write 2 cm? Oh, sorry, it's not 2, it's 4. Oops. 4 cm, 4 cm. Yeah. Okay. So my D, I have to increase by 4 cm, 4 cm, 4 cm each until my total height is 300. So let's use the formula A plus n minus 1 dd is 4. The result is 300. Now let's take 300 minus 80 divided by 4 plus 1. 300 minus 80 is 220. Divide by 4, 55. 55 plus 1, 56. So we can actually stack up to 56 chairs. Right. Okay, now the second question, I think there's something wrong in the question. I think they missed out the word stack. 13 stacks of chairs. 13 stacks of chairs to be kept in the storeroom with the condition that the first stack will have a maximum number of chairs. Now we already know the maximum number of chairs. The maximum number of chairs that we have is 56 per stack. Okay, so let's say this is the stack 56. Now, then they say the arrangement of subsequent stack decreases by 2. So the next one is 54 decreases by 2 chairs, 52 all the way, correct? So, and until this is D13. Am I right? So remember part A, we're talking about how many chairs. The arithmetic progression is the number of chairs per stack. Yeah, how many chairs per stack? Yeah, this is this is we're finding the total. Get out all the chairs. The first stack has 56, second one 54, next one 52, because they decrease by 2. So this is a mistake in the question. I would say 13 stacks of chairs, not 13 chairs. I hope you are clear about this. So my A is 56, my common difference is -2, my N is 13. You want to find the total number of chairs that can be kept in the storeroom. That means you're finding as 13. So the formula is 13 over 2, 2A, N minus 1 is 12, D is -2. Okay, so let's count. Use a calculator. I got 572 chairs. Okay. Alright, next one. Now, Encik Muslim starts to save 14,000 into his newborn baby's account. The bank offers 5% interest yearly. Mr. Muslim hopes that child's saving will reach 30,000 when his child becomes 18. Yeah, turns 18. So, do you think he can obtain 30,000? Alright, so one thing about money when it comes to interest, right? You understand that the time we put in the money, the starting time is D1, 14,000. You put it at the beginning of the year. So when you say after 1 year, it's actually D2. It's not D1. After 1 year, it's D2. After 2 years, it's actually D3. Now, after 18 years, it's actually D19. Okay, so we know that the common ratio will be, if you increase by 5%, you get 105 on the second year. The first year is always 100%, so my common ratio is 1.05, right? So we want to find D19. How much money will he have after 18 years? After 18 years is D19, so we use 14,000, 1.05 power 18, right? And if you use a calculator, you get 33,693. Now this is more than 30,000, right? So yeah, do you think he can obtain 30,000? Yeah, yes, at least 30,000. Answer is yes, right? It's more than 30,000. B, if the interest decreases to 3% per year after 10 years, calculate the total saving. Yeah. Can this saving be, can it be 30,000? right? Okay, now the first 10 years shouldn't be a problem. You're just using back the same interest rate of 5%, so your R is 1.05. So, but we need to calculate after 10 years. Remember, after 10 years, T11, we need to find out what's your T11 first, right? Okay, should I write this for you? After 10 years? After 10 years, T11, this will be 14,000 times 1.05 power 10. So now this one I got 22,804.52. Now you can choose to not use so many decimal places. I use including the cent. Okay, so this is how much money he has at the end of the 10 years. But after 10 years, right, the interest rate has reduced to 3%. So your R is now 1.03. And we have to count for the next 8 years, what is the amount of money that he will have like. But your A will be based on 22,804.52. Okay, so and after 8 years, okay, after 8 years, let me write, after 8 years, it will be T9. Now this is based on 22,804. Yeah, this is the amount that you have at the end of 10 years. You put in the money in the bank now with the low interest rate of 3%, 1.03 power 8, and I got 22,288.08. Very good number for Chinese. Right, now this is less than 30,000. So do you think his saving will reach 30,000? Answer is no. Yep, we prove by calculation. Okay, all right. Okay, last question. Cheryl has a toy car collection which she collects every month. The number of toy cars increase according to a geometric progression. Total toy cars in the first 4 months is 10 times toy cars in the first month. Okay, now I think the question has a problem. Let me explain why. Total toy car in the first 4 months as well is 10 times total toy car in the first month. Total toy. Now you can't have total toy car in the first month, right? Yeah. So if you don't believe me, come, let's just say 10T1. So if you go in sub inside R4 minus 1, remember Sn is ARn minus 1 over R minus 1. And this is just 10A, and we're going to cancel the A. Now what we have here, as I multiply over, is a quadratic equation, which is not the same as what we need to find here, what we need to show here, right? So I think the question maybe just a typing error. First 2 months, yeah, it's supposed to be first 2 months, not first month. So just take note, you can check with your teacher in school. It's supposed to be the first 2 months, not the first month. So let's do first 2 months S2. So this is a R4 minus 1 over R minus 1. This is a R squared minus 1 R minus 1. Now we know R cannot be 1. Yeah, if it's R is 1, then it's not the geometric. So we can cancel the R minus 1. We can cancel the A. And let's bring this over. So, okay, I missed a 10 here. There's a 10 here. Let's just multiply the 10 here. R squared minus 10. Bring it over 10 R squared plus 9 equals 0. So we managed to prove this formula. Okay, hence find the positive value of R. So I hope you know that this is actually in the form of a disguised quadratic equation. So if you find it's a bit hard to see, you can let R squared be x. So R power 4 is now x squared. So x squared minus 10x plus 9 is 0. We can factorize them. Yeah, x is either 1 or 9. So x is 1, x is 9. But x is your R squared. So R squared is 1, R squared is 9. Now remember I said R cannot be 1. Even if you go in square root, you get plus minus 1. You can't be plus minus 1 because if your R is 1, what happens? The progression becomes A. Basically, it's not progressing. It's not a progression, right? In fact, it sounds like battery. A, triple A, double A, right? So now it can't work. So we have to take R equals to square root of 9, 3. And again, we don't put the plus minus because if your common ratio is negative 3, so you have a positive number. For example, you may have like A, negative A, like negative 3A, then you get a positive 9A, then a negative 27A, It cannot work, right? You can't have a plus and minus in terms of number of toys. Number of toys cannot be negative, right? So we just take r equals to 3. All right, B, calculate the expenses paid by Sharul in 6 months if he started to buy 2 toy cars and the average price of the toy car is 750. So that means your A is now 2. Okay, so in 6 months, S6 will be A, R n minus 1, R minus 1, 3 power 6. 729 minus 1, 728. Yeah, this represents the total number of toy cars. But if you want to find total expenses, yeah, they say on average each toy car costs 750. So you take 728 times 750, 5,460. Oh, this boy has to be a kid, rich kid. Spend 5,000 on the toy cars, not even on real car. All right, guys, that's all the end of the chapter. So again, if you are interested in more modules from us, past year question, topical practice, get in touch with us. Yep, you can get this from us directly, or even join our tuition classes, or you can order from Shopee. Yes, we have a Shopee account. So I hope you learned a lot from this video. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.